welcome to another video. Today I am bringing you my reading quest wrap up, and to be honest, as I fully expected, I failed. If you don't know what the reading quest is / was, because it's over now, I will leave the link to my TBR sign up post down below. You can go and watch that. I will leave the link to something from Auntie's blog because it was a reading quest, readathon sort of thing based around a game board hosted by Auntie at Read at Midnight. And in my sign up TBR, I obviously explain what books I'm going to read, but also explain how I think I'm going to fail. And I did exactly what I said I would do. So let's just get on with it, shall we? The first book that I read for the reading quest was IRA Fire by Sarah J Maas, and this was my pick for a book set in another world. By the way, I was a mage, so mine are all kind of magical. You got to pick your character and stuff. I'm just assuming if you're watching my wrap up, you kind of know the gist of it. Magical picks. My first one was this, which was set in another world, and obviously the Throne of Glass series is set in another world, and this was the next one I needed to read. And to be honest, even if I didn't read the other books, because this wasn't all that I read, I would have been proud, because it took me ages to read Crown of Midnight because I just wasn't in the flow of the series. So the fact that I got through this one within a month is quite impressive in my books and some, so that's fantastic. So yeah, I did talk about this in my August wrap up, and I am going to do a book babble on it at some point. I gave it 4 stars, pretty impressed. I was at a point with the series where if I didn't enjoy this book, I was going to give up on it, but I enjoyed this book and I am now looking forward to the others, so yay. I need to try and make this quick because I'm filming this and then I need to edit it and upload that on the same day, so happy Wednesday. Anyway, the next book that I picked up also was in my August wrap up, and that is Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief. I read this in a day, I gave it 3 stars. It was good. This was my pick for mythical read or something to do with being mythical. It was alright, yeah. As I say, I've mentioned it in my August wrap up, so I don't want to talk about it too much again, but I'm glad to be on the train and I will be continuing with the series, so yeah. I enjoyed it a lot. It was very different from the movie and I think I preferred it. Next up is Stardust by Neil Gaiman. This was my one-word title. Stardust might be 2, but it's one word. This one was just a quick one. It's one that's been on my shelf for ages and I've been meaning to read because it's so small and it's tiny. Also, it's Neil Gaiman, so we all know I like a bit of Neil Gaiman. It was a quick read, very classic fairy tale vibe, very different to the movie, better than the movie. I really enjoyed it. I gave it 4 stars, I think. That candle was just starting to burn my bookshelf, so I've moved it. So in terms of the 5 thing, like the 5 square path that your character has to do, I finished 3 of mine. The other book I was going to read was going to be Poison Study, didn't even pick that up. The book that I did pick up was again a hefty one, which is why it took me so long, but that is A Gathering of Shadows by V.E. Schwab. And I think this was quite a generic book with magic in it, and this is magic through and through. I've only got like a tiny bit left now. You can see there, I've only got a tiny weeny bit left, so I hope to finish that like either today, later tonight, or tomorrow, but it's out of the reading quest, so I failed. So that was everything for my path, but as I said in my TBR, I would fail my path but do a couple of extras, and a couple of extras I did do. One of the like side quest things was Minigame, which was read a short story or a graphic novel. I read a graphic novel, and I read Monstrous by Marjorie Liu and Sana Takeda, I think. This was really good. I really enjoyed this. The art style is just stunning. It's really quite gruesome. You know how with Saga I say like it's funny and crude and graphic? This is graphic on another level. Like it's quite foul, like very violent. So if you're not into violence and that sort of gruesome imagery, then maybe not, because as the title would suggest, Monstrous, it's got a lot to do with monsters and stuff. The storyline was just enthralling and I cannot wait to read the second one, because the way this one left I was not okay with, and I have got the second one on my shelf, so I will hopefully pick that one up soon. But This was so good, but I did give it 4 stars because towards the beginning it was quite slow and I was kind of on and off with it a bit to the beginning, and then after about halfway I couldn't put it down. So 4 stars, but I really did enjoy it. And then the final book that I read for the reading quest was again a side quest, which was Multiplayer, I think that's what it was, and that was Buddy Read a Book. As you may or may not know, me and Jess from Between the Lines buddy read a book all the time. We're constantly buddy reading something, and throughout the reading quest we were buddy reading Flame in the Mist by Renee Adier. If you saw my August wrap up / currently readings, then you would know that we were really struggling with this, and towards the end it didn't really pick up. We were really struggling with this. I gave this 2 stars, so I'm not going to say much because I am going to do a babble on this, because I feel like I have a lot to say, because it let me down in so many ways. It was just a drag. I was kind of expecting that because I had heard pretty much nothing but bad things about it. People saying that it wasn't what it was built up to be, which I agree with, and that it was slow, which I agree with, and that it really wasn't anything special, which I agree with. So look forward to a babble on that one. But we did get through the multiplayer buddy read thing. So there's that. That is everything that I managed for the reading quest. So because I knew I was going to fail, I wasn't really keeping up with my levels and XP and HP, but I finished 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I finished 5 books, which would be 50 XP, and you start with 10, so that'd be 60 XP, and for every 50 XP you will up a level, so I only got to level 2, and I don't know how many health points I got because I can't be bothered to collate how many pages I read, quite simply. So I'm not really sure how I did in terms of points, but I failed anyway, so does it matter? Probably not. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. If you participated in the reading quest, please tell me all about how you did better than I did, because inevitably you did, because I failed. That's everything I have for you today. So wrap it up nice and quickly because I need to edit this and upload this right now, the evening that I'm filming it, so yay. If you have enjoyed this video, please give us a thumbs up, chat to me down in the comments. If you aren't subscribed and fancy subscribing, I'm always eternally grateful for that. I upload every Sunday and Wednesday and some odd days in between if I'm feeling generous, and I will see you next time. Bye!